My people, my brother, how in a day? How in a day today? I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, depending from where you're listening to the sound of my voice. This is the Biafra Superstars Media. Hey, my people, Biafrans, Christians around the world, I want to say start to rejoice. America is coming. Donald Trump is coming. To the Christians going through genocide in Nigeria, to the Biafrans being persecuted in Nigeria, I say rejoice, rejoice, rejoice. Your freedom has come. Your Redeemer has come. Oh my God. Fellow Biafran, before I sing this one, before I speak on this one, our brother Ted Cruz is putting the pressure on that damnable republic called Nigeria. Ted Cruz, a great man who hails from Texas, a senator from Texas, has listened to the prayers, the cries of the Biafrans, the Christians in Nigeria. And today, he has spoken to America, the government of America. As we speak, there was a CPAC event that was held yesterday, and Nigeria was the topic. The genocide of Christians in Nigeria was a topic. Ted Cruz is the man here. I thank you. I thank you so much. The man you are seeing here is Ted Cruz. He will not back down. He will not bow. Nigeria, una don't enter one chance. To the zoo called Nigeria, una don't fall down yakata. Before I start this one, I want to say, Nigeria don't fall for ground, oh, hey. He don't fall for gutter. Nigeria don't fall for ground, oh. He don't fall for gutter, oh. Macham, macham, oh, macham, macham. Macham, macham, oh, macham. Nigeria don't fall for ground, oh, macham, macham. He don't fall for gutter, oh. Nigeria don't fall for ground, oh. Oh my God. He don't fall for gutter, oh, macham, macham. Macham, macham, oh, macham, macham. Macham, macham, oh, macham, macham. Lord have mercy. When the Biafrans were speaking, they said, no, blame Simon Ekpa, blame Nnamdi Kanu. They went to Kenya to kidnap Nnamdi Kanu. They lied to the media that we had the problems happening in that so-called Nigeria. But today, God has risen a man in America, a man who hails from Texas in America, a senator who is a Christian, who believes in the freedom of religion, who believes that Christians around the whole world, even in Africa, has the right to be heard and practice their religion. Senator Ted Cruz, we thank you, we appreciate you. Today, the Nigerian media, they are panicking, they are shaking, they are quaking. We know they work hand in hand with the Nigerian government. So we thank God that today, of a truth, now they understand the game. When we said they were coming to kill the Biafrans, they said, no, blame Simon Ekpa, blame Nnamdi Kanu. Nobody is coming. In Biafra land, 99.99% of us are Christians. So when we said the Nigerian government were coming to kill us, they pretended that nothing was happening. The Nigerian media were bad from speaking about it. But today, it is now clear that it is the Christians they are after. Because the Biafrans are largely Christians. It means when they come for us, technically speaking, they are coming to Islamize us. They are coming to take over our land, our resources. In the process, bring Islam in the land of Biafra. In the Middle Belt, Benue, Plateau, everywhere you look around, they are Islamizing them. They are Christians largely in those areas. We call it the Middle Belt of Nigeria. The Christians, they are being persecuted. There is a genocide as we speak every day. They are being persecuted. But we are glad that America God's own country has risen up through this man they call Ted Cruz, Senator Ted Cruz. We want to say God bless you. We want to say God appreciate you. We want to say God will be with you. God will bless you for coming and stepping up for Africa. You don't have to do this, but because you know we serve a living God. You know we are heirs of the Father. We are heirs of the Son. We are joint heirs of the family. We are one family under God. It doesn't matter if you're black, white, brown, blue, purple, or yellow. It doesn't matter. We are one under God. We thank you for coming out, for being an advocate for the Christians in Nigeria. Today, as we speak, my people, you will see, I will point to you that some of the media men and women, they are responsible for the game Nigeria is playing. REUBEN ABATI, Mr. REUBEN ABATI, the one who wants to be called a doctor, a journalist wants to be called a doctor. You will hear the way he spoke in his reference of what is happening, the genocide happening in Nigeria. You will hear what he said today, and it will blow your mind. Before I proceed, we must take it to the front. Let's take it back to the beginning, to the TOP, as they say. There, my sister, my beloved sister, Ojiokpe, she broke it down. I'm glad she brought this message, this news. It's a breaking news around the whole world. And at the end of this program, I will show you what happened yesterday at the CPAC event. But let's go back to the TOP and take it from there. If you're ready, let's get there.
Well, all right. Well, good morning to you, viewers. We're beginning what's trending in the United States, where Senator Ted Cruz has accused the Tinubu administration of being very unhappy with him for bringing the topic of the reported killings of Christian genocide in Nigeria to the forefront, including the proposed legislation to designate Nigeria as a country of particular concern. Cruz made the comments on an episode of his podcast on Wednesday, with the senator saying that too many leaders in Nigeria have turned a blind eye to what is happening in the country. Let's take a look. A blind eye to what is happening in the country. Let's take a look.
And as you know, I've been very vocal calling out the mass murder of Christians. Over 50,000 Christians have been murdered in Nigeria since 2009. Over 20,000 churches and schools have been destroyed, burned to the ground. And you have Boko Haram and other radical Islamic terrorist groups that are targeting and persecuting Christians in particular. And I will tell you, the government of Nigeria is very unhappy with me. They have decried my saying this. I have introduced legislation to designate them a country of special concern. And the government of Nigeria is very unhappy. And I've said, look, there are far too many government leaders who have turned a blind eye to what is happening, who have acquiesced in what is happening, who are enforcing either Sharia laws or blasphemy laws and facilitating the persecution of Christians. And as I said, the Nigerian government has been vigorously resisting me in this.
Meanwhile, the Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, spoke with CNN on Tuesday, accusing Ted Cruz of relying on inaccurate and misleading data to allege a Christian genocide in Nigeria. Idris said that such claims fail to reflect the complexity of the country's security challenges and warned that spreading such claims unknowingly supports criminals whose main aim is to stir religious tension.
This was the same thing they did to IPOB. They called us a terrorist. They say we are the ones causing problems in the eastern region. They blamed Simon Ekpa, said he was the one causing problem. Asking for Biafra was a problem. Asking for referendum. Can you see the same game, the same tactics? But this time, they want to try it on Senator Ted Cruz, an American. It will not work. It will not work. But let's keep on hearing. But just here, this is the tactics of the Nigerian government. The same tactics. Because they are old school. They believe in the old school of thought. You know, they use the same script over and over and over and over and over again. Same old script. But let's continue. Listen.
Look, some of the claims made by some officials in the United States is based on faulty data. Some of them, some assumptions that the victims of this religious violence are largely Christian. Yes, there are Christian.
Faulty data and assumptions that the victims of this are largely Christians. Faulty data. Oh my God. INEC and your IRF again. They are bringing the same school of thought. America, God's own country, when it comes to AI, artificial intelligence, they are number one. When it comes to AI, advanced intelligence, they are number one. This riffraff here is saying America, they are dealing with false or faulty data. It means their statistics is more like a false positive and a false negative. Hey, God, Nigeria. Nigeria don't fall for ground, oh, hey. He don't fall for God, oh. This was not one chance. Nigeria don't enter one chance. We warned you all from the beginning. We are many observing you guys. Discuss with Nnamdi Kanu and allow the Christians to go peacefully. Allow the children of God to leave Nigeria peacefully. But you guys said no. You said you will kill us in Nigeria. You've been doing the killing of the Christians. But today, our big brother, the people that came from God's own country. You see, sometimes there is power in the name. America, God's own country. In God we trust. Today they have stepped in to support their brothers, the Biafrans. We are known as the children of the rising sun. In Israel, our distant relatives, the Israelites, they are known as the children of the light. We, the Biafrans, are known as the children of the rising sun. There is something synonymous about the rising sun and the light. It means brightness, being as white as snow. That's who we are. Our hands are clean. We are whiter than white and whiter than snow. If America has been taking care of Israel all these years, today they have come for the Biafrans who have technically left Nigeria, and we are in the process of implementing Biafra in Biafra land. America, God's own country, we thank you. Please ignore men like this who are saying you are using faulty data. That's a slap in the face of America. How dare you? How dare you speak that way? Mr. Mohammed Idris, a riffraff, a non-entity, a man who believes in Sharia and the rest of them. You are saying America is using faulty data. To hell with you and your statistics. What do you know about data? What do you know about SQL? What do you know about mining data and the rest of them? What do you know about statistics? You think it's in Nigeria where you guys, you hide everything. You do mass burial to hide everything. No, no, no. Today the chicken has come home to roost. The chicken has come home to roost. That nonsense you are doing in Nigeria, it will not fly in America, in God's own country. America, hurry to the aid of the Christians. Donald Trump, we thank you. Donald Trump, President Trump, let me give you a statistics that Nigeria will not tell you. During your first tenure, when you won Hillary Clinton in your first tenure in the election, Biafrans, the Christians, we were praising God. We were jubilating. We were happy that you won your election. We came out and we were dancing in the streets. We are in a joyful mode. We were rejoicing and celebrating with you. Suddenly, the Nigerian Islamic government, they sent their police, they sent their army, they sent their Islamic terrorists to kill the Biafran, celebrating the victory of Donald Trump. What does that tell you? If they can do that to us because we're celebrating the victory of Donald Trump, that tells you how evil and satanic and demonic that zoo Nigeria is. Your statistics in America is right. In fact, you are being generous by saying 7,000 people have been killed in Nigeria. I've told you, next time, multiply it by 10. 7,000 becomes 70,000. That's the way they roll in that zoo called Nigeria. Please, Lord, have mercy. Let me your ears. Take it back. Take it back and listen. Listen.
Religious tension. Let's take a look.
Some of the claims made by some officials in the United States based on faulty data. Some of them, some assumptions that the victims of this religious violence are largely Christian. Yes, there are Christians that have been attacked, but these, criminals do not just target one religion. They target Christians. Yeah. They also target Muslims.
He calls them criminals. See how they downgrade from terrorists to bandits to farmers and headers clash, and now criminals. People carrying out a genocide of Christians are now being called criminals. Nigeria, it will not be well with you. It will not be well with you, I swear to God. It will not be well with you. But when it comes to IPOB, 80 million people, they are quick to mention proscribed IPOB members. proscribed IPOB and ESN. They are quick to mention that. But when it comes to their own brothers they brought from the Sahel, now they are saying, the criminals. From terrorists to criminals. Hi! Nigeria, it will not be well with you. It will not be well with you. This game they play. Those you say they don't go to school. Those you say they are uneducated, they full of about. Those that drink the urine of their cow. Those that shower with the urine of their cow. Those that give fellatio to their cow. You said they are not educated, but see the way they are bamboozling their way through. Hoodwinking the whole world. But not America. America, we thank you. Donald Trump, we thank you. Senator Ted Cruz, I appreciate you. I know you're getting all our information back and forth, all the data. You know what is happening in Nigeria. Ignore the naysayers. They know that the time has come. This is the hour for the liberation of the children of God. Ignore them. Now they are calling terrorists criminals. Oh my God. Nigeria. Fiakwa. Lord have mercy. Hear him again call the terrorists criminals. Hear him call Boko Haram, ISIS, ISWAP, Lakorawa, Fulani Killer headsmen. He's calling them now criminals. Listen again. Listen.
The United States based on faulty data, some of them, some assumptions that the victims of this religious violence are largely Christian. Yes, there are Christians that have been attacked, but these, criminals do not just target one religion. They target
criminals.
Religious violence are largely Christian. Yes, there are Christians that have been attacked, but these, criminals do not just target one religion. They target Christians. Yeah. Religious violence are largely Christian. Yes, there are Christians that have been attacked, but these, criminals do not just target one religion. They target.
But these criminals do not just target one religion. But these criminals do not just target one religion. But these criminals, Nigeria, hey, no wonder. This is the game they've been playing all this while. But we living in diaspora, we the Biafrans living in diaspora, now we go open the nakedness of Nigeria. We shall lift up the skirt and expose the nakedness of that so-called Nigeria. Nigeria is gone. Your killing is enough. The genocide of the Christians is enough. Enough of that nonsense. We are Christians and we refuse to convert to Islamists. We don't believe in Islam. Allah or Allat. Allah, the male god. Allat, the female god. I've done my research on your religion and we don't believe in it. We don't believe in the moon god. Most of you don't know that Allah has a sister. Most of you don't know that Allah has a sister known as Allat. And in every mosque, they put a personification of her. What you see called that dome at the roof of the mosque, it shows the breast and the nipple, showing the nourisher of the world. Allat is known as the nourisher of the world. When she gives the breast milk to a child, she is feeding and nourishing that child. Go and do your research. You see, most of you guys just worship for the sake of worshiping. People like us, we carry out in-depth analysis. In depth, we went to the culture before it became a religion. Who is Allah and who is Allat? A-L-L-A-H, A-L-L-A-T. Allah, Allat. They are brothers and sisters. You guys are not ready. You guys are not ready for the facts. You guys, you worship blindly, but we are Christians. We believe in Jesus. We believe in Mary. We believe Jesus Christ is the Son of God. We believe God so loved the world, he brought his only begotten Son to die for the world, to take away the sins of the world. He is the Lamb of God. We believe all that. So allow us to be in our belief. Allow us to be. You do you while we do us. Allow us to be. You see, we living in the Western world, now we go open the eyes of those deaf, dumb, and blind people living in Nigeria. You guys, you are deaf, you are dumb, you are blind. Your politicians, they're supposed to be what? Your public servants. They are there to render you a service. They are rendering public service. But you in Nigeria, because you are deaf, dumb, and blind, you worship your politicians. You have made them God on earth. You serve them. You double for them. You have made them your God over your life. No, they are there to render you a service. They are a servant to the people. But in that zoo called Nigeria, because you guys don't know your right. They've taken you guys for a ride for too long. Far too long, they've taken you guys for a ride. And now they want to change your religion. They want to take over your land. They are committing genocide of the Christians to take over the land of the Christians. Why? Because in every land, like the King Solomon's pearls, we've got resources in the land of the Christians. That's why they are coming. That's why they are coming. But we are glad. America. Only America, God's own country, rose to the occasion. And today, oh my God, have mercy. And today, they are speaking for us. God's own country. In God we trust. Oh my God. Hey, let's go. Continue, I beg.
Christians, they also target
Take it back, listen.
Violence are largely Christian. Yes, there are Christians that have been attacked, but these criminals do not just target one religion. They target Christians. They also target Muslims. We have seen that in several parts of.
If they target Christians and Muslims, we the Christians, America has come to rescue us. You the Muslims, go and call on Saudi Arabia to come and rescue you now. If you think what they are doing is wrong, go and call on Saudi Arabia to come and rescue you. No, you know the grand scheme of things. What they are doing is to Islamize Nigeria. It's a win-win for those in the north. It's a win-win for those who are Islam. It's a win-win for the politicians from the north, because you believe in Sharia. You believe in Islam. You believe Nigeria should be a caliphate for Islam. You believe that. You believe in Usman Dan Fodio, your gospel father, the one that brought Islam to Nigeria. Lord have mercy. Don't make me go deeper. We know the man called Usman Dan Fodio. We know his mission. A man who said his followers must make sure they dip the Quran into the Red Sea. Dipping the Quran into the Red Sea means spread the gospel. I say gospel. Oh my God. Spread the word of Islam up to the Red Sea. But the process of getting there, before you get to the Red Sea, you will have to dip the Quran in the river Niger. In the river Niger. In the river Niger. That's why you see what's happening today in Nigeria. That's why Boko Haram, ISIS, ISWAP, Lakorawa, all the terrorists, they have come, killing the Christians. Look at Benue. Look at Plateau. Look at the Middle Belt. Look at Southern Kaduna. Look at Biafra land. But you guys, you say no, blame Simon Ekpa and Nnamdi Kanu. The one in Biafra land, they say no, it is IPOB and ESN. Now you get the gist. Now you understand the psychology. But when they are doing it in Benue, they don't say it's Simon Ekpa and Nnamdi Kanu. They don't say it's IPOB and ESN. When they do it in Plateau, it is not IPOB or ESN. It is not Simon Ekpa, the killer of his people, as they proclaimed. But when they come to Biafra land and they are killing us, they are killing the Christians in Biafra land, suddenly they say blame Simon Ekpa, blame Nnamdi Kanu, blame IPOB and ESN. They mandated all the media to call us the proscribed. These proscribed in. Oh my God, have mercy. Hey, Lord have mercy. The pain is too much. Nigerian media must do better. I know you guys are not free. I know your hands are tied. I know, but you guys must do better. In the public, you can say one thing, but in the private, write to Ted Cruz, write to the American government, tell them your hands are tied. If you speak the truth, your media house might be shut down. If you speak the truth, they might find your media house. If you speak the truth, the journalists might be sent to jail. If you speak, let them know what's going on in the private. But in the public, keep on doing what you are doing. But in the private, let America know what's going on. That's what we expect of you guys. But you guys are just there saying, nah, pray to God, pray to God. Prayer does not work in this one. I'm sorry. Prayer will not work on this one. What you need are the tools God has given to you. You have the internet, you have your email. All you have to do is communicate with the American government. Give them all the real information. Give them the ones they don't even have. Let them know the numbers of Christians being crucified, being killed. The genocide happened in Nigeria. Please, we are begging the media houses. Do what is right. Next thing you will hear now is Mr. God, this man. Reuben ABATI. You will hear what he will say, and I felt so sad. Hear him speak this way. He's using the life of Christians for politics. Mr. Reuben ABATI, you are using the life of Christians as politics. You are using the life of those being killed, genocide happening for politics. When you spoke the way you spoke in this video, I felt really sad for you. I felt really sad for you. A man who loves to be called a doctor, a journalist. You are in a program as a journalist, and you want your colleagues to refer to you as a doctor. That's an African man, a local man state of mind. Very local, very whack. You are very, very whack thinking that way. A local boy kind of thinking. The man next to you, Rufai Yoseni, has an honorary doctorate degree. So that means I can also call him Dr. Rufai Yoseni. But he says no. In this media, just call me by my name, Rufai Yoseni. Now only you won't be a doctor. The only journalist that they are calling doctor, Yoruba self, nah, for now. God. Now only you want to be called, they should call you doctor. Make it a koeko. It open chest. Hear what he said next. And I felt sorry for him. I felt sorry for him. Keep on listening. Just watch.
Especially the northern part of the country. So yes, indeed, we have security challenges in Nigeria, but we also have to recognize that there is a massive drive by government to ensure that Nigeria is ultimately safe for everyone. But for the records, we want to say that Nigeria is a very tolerant country when it comes to religion. We don't want these dangerous narratives to go on because criminal elements and some of these extremists are driving this narrative and pushing people to believe that Nigerian Muslims and Christians are fighting each other. This is not the case.
Get away, I beg.
All right, once again, Dr. Bati, we are seeing how this issue has grown.
Now, please listen to what Mr. Abati said. I won't call him doctor. For the fact the job you are doing now is a journalist, you didn't get your doctorate in the school of journalism. I will not call you doctor. Mr. That's your name now. So hear what Mr. Abati said here. And it will blow your mind. I felt sorry for him. He was trying to score points with the genocide of Christians. He was trying to score political points with the genocides of Christians. Mr. Reuben ABATI, the blood of the Christians are now on your hands. Because of the statement you made in this video, the blood of the innocent Christians being martyred by the Islamists are now in your hands. People, listen to what he said, his response, his own analysis. And you'll feel sad. You will feel very, very sad that this man who calls himself a doctor can speak this way. Listen.
Becoming one of global importance, that a senator seems to be following developments on this topic locally. The question now is how to address religious persecution in Nigeria. The minister is emphasizing that, characterizing the attacks as being against Christians alone will drive Nigeria towards unnecessary division, noting that, criminals want to portray the situation as a fight between Christians and Muslims. And that's about the most important soundbite I got from that interview with Mohammed Idris, talking about the fact that this idea of a Christian genocide is actually fueling the terrorists more. Your thoughts?
Okay.
Mr. Abatoya,
there's a disconnect in the global information world order. That's what it is called. Whereby you have the Western media having a mindset about, what is categorized as the third world. And in the case of Nigeria, what sells in the American media will be to say, North versus South in Nigeria, Christians versus Muslims This has been the trope over the years, and which
That's
is
not what they are saying. They are saying there's a genocide of Christians. They didn't say Christians versus Muslims. They are saying there is a genocide of Christians happening in Nigeria. That's the report. A genocide of Christians happening in Nigeria. They didn't say Christians versus Muslims. The same way you came with the narrative, farmers versus herders clash. That's some bullshit, some BS. Pardon my French. So let's take it back. You see the narrative he's coming with. I was ashamed of this man. Take it back and listen. Listen.
They are having a mindset about, what is categorized as the third world. And in the case of Nigeria, what sells in the American media will be to say, North versus South in Nigeria, Christians versus Muslims. This has been the trope over the years, and which is why we often commend the efforts of, African-based media, like Arise News, in trying to tell the story of Africa from a different perspective, to say that it is not as bleak as the Western media tries to portray it. In other words,
from a different perspective, it's not as bleak as they say in the Western world. It means there is no genocide happening in Nigeria. Christians and Muslims are living amicably. There is nobody being killed in the southeast as we speak. The Biafrans are having a good time. Nobody is there. No military is there. Benue is okay. Plateau is okay. Nothing is happening. Nigeria is fine. Even Kwara State, Kwara, to the Yorubas, your Kwara is fine. According to this man. According to this man. He's blaming the Western media and is upholding the views held by the local media of Nigeria. Those that claim they don't have a voice no more. They've been gagged. They've been sanctioned. Not to call those terrorists by their names, but to call them bandits. Not to call them the killers killing the Christians, but to say there's a farmer and herders clash. But today, he's putting down the Western media and upholding the local media. Hey! Nigeria don't fall for ground, oh, macham. He don't fall for God, oh. Nigeria don't fall for ground, oh. He don't fall for God, macham. Let's take it back. Listen again, please. Listen.
Over the years, and which is why we often commend the efforts of, African-based media, like Arise News, in trying to tell the story of Africa from a different perspective, to say that it is not as bleak as the Western media tries to portray it. In other words, I'm saying that the kind of narrative that you are finding within the American media in recent times fits into that narrative of Africa as the dark continent, where there is religious war, where there is ethnic division, and all of that. And I guess that it's important that the Minister of Information of Nigeria is trying to counter this narrative by saying that, look, there may be issues. Our own position is that there are issues with security, with welfare in Nigeria, just as they have similar issues in the United States or elsewhere, even in England, where they are dealing with...
Similar? Can people like this carry arms and do peace deals in America? Hello? Mr. Abati, are you okay? Oh my God. No make me insult you, guy. No make me insult you, because this fight is not your fight. Don't make me lose my anger on you. Don't make me lose my temper on you. This fight is not your fight. Things like this will never be tolerated in the Western world, not even in USA. That terrorists, you are doing a peace deal with them. They're carrying arms. They are coming discussing. They become taxmen, collectors in Nigeria. Don't make me go crazy on you. Don't make me do that. I know my target. I know those who are coming to Islamize us. I know those who are coming to take over my land. To you, it is politics. To you, it's all about politics. Don't make me lose my anger on you. Let's continue.
Position is that there are issues with security, with welfare in Nigeria, just as they have similar issues in the United States or elsewhere, even in England, where they are dealing with issues of integrity, and the royal family has been dragged into it. So we have our own issues here in Nigeria, but it's not a situation whereby on the streets of Nigeria, Christians are fighting Muslims on a daily basis.
This is where this guy is going. Talking about Christians fighting Muslims. How many Christians have you seen raise a finger against the Muslims? This man don't understand what's happening. We are talking about genocide of the Christians. Benue, Plateau, every other place you look at. But this man is here. Your doctor is here. Your so-called doctor is here. Talking about Christians and Muslims fighting themselves. No, wow. This kind of thing. I can't believe this. I can't believe Nigerians. Hey. And when you go deeper now, this guy now, his children might be in the Western world though. His children might be based in USA, in UK, but he's pretending, coming with a narrative as if everything is fine in Nigeria. This corny game these guys that they are playing. When you look at this man now, his children might be schooling abroad, in USA, in the UK, in Canada. But he will pretend and come with a narrative that Nigeria is fine. No persecution of the Christians. No genocide of the Christians. Everything is fine in Nigeria. And the gullible ones, the dead bones of Nigeria will say, yes, we believe in Nigeria. God bless Nigeria. We believe on the police. We believe the army. We love the politicians. Nigeria will be great. Nigeria go better. Nigeria go better. Nigeria go better. Africa go better. Oh, Nigeria go better. This is the people like this are the ones selling you a false narrative. Fake hope. That's the problem. That's the problem. To the Yorubas, you must start calling out your elders. This man should be in his 60s. You must start calling out your elders. They are the problems. They are the problem. For the first time, America has decided to step in. For the first time, America, God's own country, where this man sent his children to, they are saying, okay, let us step in and make Nigeria be safe for the Christians. And this man is here saying, no, nothing is happening. It's a bleak stuff. The narrative is a false narrative. There is no fight of Christians and Muslims. Who is even talking about fights here? Oh my God. Guy, no, look, I'm being careful. Don't make me insult you. Don't make me insult you. I'm being careful here. Don't make me insult you. Let's continue.
The problem is one of Boko Haram, as one of the commentators pointed out, of insurgency and banditry. And what government says is that it is continuing to deal with it. We were once placed on the Department of State's U.S. Department of State's country of particular concern in terms of religious freedom. Now, at another time, we will reconsider. We will remove from that list. But it looks like there are some people who are saying, look, Nigeria must go back onto that list of country of
because you belong there. There is a genocide of Christians happening in Nigeria. You belong there. When the Islamists are coming to Islamize Nigeria, you must be in a country of particular concern. That list, Nigeria must be there. Guy, no make me insult you because I'm being careful. I know why I'm being careful here. Normally, I would have gone hardcore on you. I would have gone hardcore. But I'll be careful. I'll be careful. I'll be careful. I'll bite my tongue for now.
Concern. When Bishop Matthew Hassan Kuka, the bishop of the Catholic diocese, intervened in the matter, some people began to attack him, saying that he was saying that, look, he lives in the heartland of Islamic religion,
Yes,
Sokoto. And it's not as if Nigerians and Muslims are fighting themselves. But like other countries, we have these issues and government is dealing with these issues. I think this narrative calls for a moment when we should be, patriotic and say that our country is not a country where Christians and Muslims are openly fighting. But we have issues in terms of unity, in terms of the centrifugal forces, and government just needs to wake up to its responsibility, because no country can survive a civil war twice. No country can survive a religious war.
All right.
And it is not, it should not be the objective for patriotic persons in this country to try to instigate and fuel that narrative to
ABATI.
a blowout war between Christians and Muslims.
ABATI.
Next story, but you're quickly.
ABATI, shame on you, man. Shame on you. You fall by my hand. Everything must not be politics. That's the mistake you guys are making. Sometimes in your platform, every day you must not be neutral, non-aligned, speak from both sides of your mouth, No. Sometimes you must call a spade, ABATI. Everything is not politics. You've seen the mass burial happening every day. The ones happening in Biafra land, you guys don't even report it. It's okay now, Igbos now. Buy them now. I want Igbo. Buy them now. But you see the ones in Benue, Plateau, the Christian areas, the enclaves in the north where the Christians stay. You see those ones, but you say no. Christians are fighting Muslims. Look at how. Let me calm down. I don't want to insult him. I believe he's just playing games. So let me not take him serious. But please, hear my brother, a man that I have a love and a WOTOWOTO relationship with. A guy I respect so much, Rufai Oseni. I respect him so much. He is indeed the best journalist in Nigeria. He's balanced. Although sometimes there are some few things he says that gets on my nerves, just sometimes. But above all, he is somebody I respect. He's somebody I appreciate so much. He is someone that knows his onion. He is someone that when he speaks, the whole world, the youths, should listen and learn a thing or two from this man. Please, I present to you the perspective, a well-balanced perspective of Rufai Oseni, a well-balanced approach. Listen to him. And I hope Mr. REUBEN will learn a thing or two from this young man called Rufai Oseni. Listen to his own rebuttal of what he said. Listen.
Nobody's saying that we don't love our country. We love our country, but loving our country also means we should tell the truth.
Okay.
Oji, as at yesterday, a pastor in Kaduna came out to say a lot of people were killed. It was reported in the papers. This is not Ted Cruz reporting this.
Okay.
No, we are reporting the case.
This is what we
have been reporting. Yes.
Oji, a child born in 2009, when all of this started, will be 16 getting ready for university today.
Hey.
We're sitting down here. Yes, we don't want our country to be put on country of concern list. Sitting down here. Yes, we don't want our country to be put on country of concern list. But when will our government solve this problem?
Okay.
Is it because all of us here, none of us, our relatives have been killed?
Or even directly affected.
Maybe when people that are close to us are directly affected, we will know that it is time to speak up for these people.
I pray that will not happen. That's me being a fair person. I pray that will not happen to you guys. But to call a spade, sometimes it is when it touches home that you understand. We, the Biafrans, we speak the way we speak because we see what the Nigerian government, their military, are doing in the land of Biafra. It didn't touch home. It don't touch home. I can give you first-hand account of what is happening in Biafra land. The Christians being killed in Biafra land. But unfortunately, you guys have been barred, sanctioned from reporting the news in Biafra land. But we thank God. You guys, you report the one in Benue and Plateau and some pocket area in the north that you report. But if you guys can have the freedom to report what is happening in Biafra land, don't go with the narrative, oh, blame Simon Ekpa, blame Nnamdi Kanu, blame the proscribed IPOB ESN, as you guys always say, proscribed. A narrative given to you by your federal government. That's what you want us and America to follow? Mr. Reuben ABATI, you form my hand. Please, the floor is yours. Continue, please. Continue. The floor is yours. Listen.
In 2009, when all of this started,
listen.
The country also made sure to tell the truth. Oji, as at yesterday, a pastor in Kaduna came out to say a lot of people were killed. It was reported in the papers. This is not Ted Cruz reporting this.
Okay.
No, we are reporting the case.
This is what
we have been reporting, yes.
Oji, a child born in 2009, when all of this started, will be 16 getting ready for university today.
Take it back.
No, we are reporting the case.
Look at this mass burial every day. Every day this is happening. Oh God, have mercy, Lord, my God, oh my God, have mercy. Sweet Jesus. The pain is too much. The pain is too much. Underneath those pine boxes are human beings. Inside those pine boxes are humans. Some went to their farm. Some were sleeping in the night for no reason. They were not fighting nobody. There was no Christian versus Muslim fight. They were staying at the comfort of their homes when these terrorists came and did what they did. Mr. Reuben ABATI, what you are saying is wrong. Mr. Reuben ABATI, rethink and reconsider. Everything is not politics. Everything is not politics. I know your brother is in power now, but everything is not politics. What you are seeing here, mass burial, tells you it happened in a community, in a village, in a town, at the same time. Not farmers and herders clash. This happened in a community, in a village, in a town. Whenever you see a mass burial, it tells you those that came to carry out, the perpetrators that came out to do what they did, they came somewhat in the night, they came for war, they came to kill and destroy. When you see mass burial, please be careful. Don't make it political. Mr. Reuben ABATI, don't make this one political. You have followed my hand big time. Your analysis has followed my hand. You claim to be educated, and look at what you are saying. Christians and Muslims, they are fighting. Let's keep the country one, no? Let's not make Nigeria to be one, no? We have to be. Can you imagine the nonsense that man was saying? They're talking about life. Say the blood of the innocent. Those crying for freedom. Those who have refused to leave this earth. Their souls have refused to leave this earth. They are crying to God for vengeance. And today, God has touched the heart of America, God's own country, to intervene. And suddenly, the one who wants to be called a doctor is saying, no, don't believe them. We believe in the local media. We don't believe in the Western media. It is farmers and Christians they are fighting. The Christians and Muslims they are fighting. It's normal. This is normal. It's a normal affair. But you are seeing this every day. It's happening every day. Recorded and unrecorded. The ones that don't even have those video footages, they are 10 times more than this. Documented and undocumented deaths. Genocides everywhere. Lord have mercy. My heart is heavy. My heart is heavy. My heart is heavy. Lord have mercy. Let's continue.
Been reported, yes.
Oji, a child born in 2009, when all of this started, will be 16 getting ready for university today. We're sitting down here. Yes, we don't want our country to be put on country of concern list. But when will our government solve this problem, Oji? Is it because all of us here, none of us, our relatives have been killed?
Or even directly affected?
Maybe when people that are close to us are directly affected, we will know that it is time to speak up for these people.
God bless
these killings must stop, and the government has done nothing about it. They've just been giving marching orders to the military, and it has increased. Look at bodies being buried. Look at pastors being threatened.
Hey.
So who are those threatening those pastors?
All right.
As regards Father Kuka, this is what I have against him.
Listen.
I can only say this today, and I'll stop.
Okay.
When Deborah was killed, and people raised eyebrow, what happened afterwards? Didn't people go on rampage and protest? Didn't they release those that killed Deborah?
All the killers of Deborah were released. None was taken to court. None was charged. None was found guilty. Blasphemy law is reigning in Nigeria. Sharia law has come to stay in Nigeria. Mr. REUBEN ABATI, don't deceive yourself. Deborah could have been your daughter. Deborah could have been your daughter. Think about that. Show empathy. Put yourself in the shoes of the Christians, the less privileged. You are who you are today because somebody from the South. Because Goodluck Jonathan made you his media man in government. You made all the money you made, and now you are carrying your hands up. Now you think you are bigger than everybody. Now you think you are more special than everybody. But under the government of a Biafran man, you had the best opportunity to serve Nigeria. Let that sink in. Let that sink in. Be careful when you say things. Things like this cannot be taken the political donations. I don't like that. That's wrong. Call a spade a spade. The way our brother is doing. That's what we are saying. The way our brother is doing it here. Call a spade a spade. Things like this, you cannot joke with it. But when it comes to politics, if it's Peter Obi, Atiku, Tinubu, then fine. Do your politics, fine. That's okay. But when it comes to life, be careful what you say. Because one day, the table might turn. And you'll come out and cry. You will come out and cry in the public. Nobody will believe your story. Be careful. These are loved ones. Families, children, wives, husbands, pastors, priests who are being kidnapped, killed. And before your eyes, you are seeing that young man showing the matches he used to lit up Deborah. Live on camera, we saw his picture, we saw what he's saying, we can see his face, the expression, the anger in his face, the confidence he's using to speak in this picture here. And this man is a free man as we speak. Blasphemy law exists in Nigeria. Sharia law exists in Nigeria. So, Mr. Abati, be careful the way you speak when it comes to lives. Be careful. Take caution and speak truth sometimes. Watch this.
Burning of churches and religious houses.
See his face here, showing you the matches he used to light up Deborah. Before your face, they are telling you cannot do anything to them. Before your face, they are telling you that. Man, guy, you fall by my hand, man. Before my hand.
So why are we deceiving ourselves that these things don't happen?
Yes,
let's say the truth.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't affect us. We are here to speak for people. That's why God put us here. Yeah. And God will ask us.
God bless you, my beloved brother Rufai Oseni. God bless you. I appreciate your words. I share your sentiments. I re-echo your words. Thank you, my brother. Yes, once in a while we can spar intellectually. But that's because I respect you so much. That's why I even take my time to analyze your videos and the rest of them. Respect to you, my brother, Rufai Oseni. At this point, I want to show you what Ted Cruz said in that video, and also what happened just yesterday at the CPAC conference in America. CPAC stands for the Conservative Political Action Conference. They spoke about Christian genocide in Africa, Nigeria in particular. So let's start first with Ted Cruz speaking about what is happening, how Nigerian government, they're after him. I know they would have tried to bribe him. That's the normal thing they do first. But he didn't fall for their bribe because he knows what he's doing is an assignment given to him by God. Let's go there and watch this.
Tell us what's happening in Nigeria. And as you know, I've been very vocal calling out the mass murder of Christians. Over 50,000 Christians have been murdered in Nigeria since 2009. Over 20,000 churches and schools have been destroyed, burned to the ground. And you have Boko Haram and other radical Islamic terrorist groups that are targeting and persecuting Christians in particular. And I will tell you, the government of Nigeria is very unhappy with me. They have decried my saying this. I have introduced legislation to designate them a country of special concern, and the government of Nigeria is very unhappy. And I've said, look, there are far too many government leaders who have turned a blind eye to what is happening, who have acquiesced in what is happening, who are enforcing either Sharia laws or blasphemy laws and facilitating the persecution of Christians. And as I said, the Nigerian government has been vigorously resisting me in this. Give me your judgment. What do you see happening in Nigeria, and what do you think is actually the truth?
Nigeria is the most important African country. It has the largest population. And obviously there's a vying for control between, on the one hand, the Islamic states of Nigeria and the Christian states of Nigeria. And it used to be about 50-50, but because the Islamist movement, Boko Haram and others, they want to apply force, the jihadist force, this sort of gruesome killing that we've seen on October 7 in 2023 in Israel.
Yep.
So what is going on in Nigeria? The Islamists in Nigeria are killing Christians. They're burning their churches. They're raping their women. They are invoking blasphemy laws. So in the southern regions of Nigeria, Sharia law is the law.
Hold it there for me. There you have it. Everything this woman said. Tell me one that's a lie. Tell me one lie that she lied in what she just said. Mr. REUBEN ABATI, be careful. When you are doing politics, don't do it towards the corridors of life and death. Don't do it. We know you know the truth. We know you know the truth, but you're just playing games. But please, when it comes to life, don't do your politics there. Don't do your politics there. At this point, I want us to hear what they're saying or what they said yesterday at the CPAC conference. Nigeria is now on the hot seat. Watch this video and I'll come back.
Yet we must ask ourselves, how long will Christians be martyred in silence while Washington looks the other way? And I say no more.
No more. Christians being killed in silence and Washington looking the other way. He's saying no more. No more. No more, no more delay. Oh. No more. No more, no more delay. Oh. Hey, no more delay. America is coming. You see, we want Nigeria. If you are wise, deal with Nnamdi Kanu peacefully. Deal with Simon Ekpa peacefully, because those who will come after them, the ones who are coming after them, our hearts, they for our back. We have the heart of stone. There will be no negotiation. There will be no broadcasting on TV or on radio. There will be no radio, Biafra, or whatever they do back then. There will be nothing like that. We shall go to the hard piece of the rulers of this world. God's own country, we shall go to them. Pray in the name of God, and God will answer our prayer. With the one Nigeria, if not they wise, do what is right, because America is coming. Keep on listening. It will. What this man said next will blow your mind. America is coming. Listen. Listen. Listen.
No more.
Listen, take it back.
Washington looks the other way. And I say no more. No more. We cannot remain silent as these atrocities mount. We are called to speak out in defense of our brothers and sisters in Christ who suffer persecution and even genocide across the globe. If we don't, who will?
Who will?
The mainstream media obviously isn't paying any attention to the suffering of Christians across the world. Nowhere has the silence been more deafening than in Nigeria. Ground zero for modern Christian martyrdom.
Yes.
Nigeria is by far the deadliest country in the world to be a Christian.
Yes.
Since Boko Haram's insurgency began in 2009, between 50,000 and 100,000 Christians have been murdered. 7,000 Christians have been martyred this year alone. That's an average of 35 Christians murdered for their faith every day. Every day. At least 250 priests have been attacked or killed in the last decade. 54 Christians were murdered on Palm Sunday. And a priest was kidnapped and murdered on Ash Wednesday. This is genocide.
Genocide.
There is no other way to describe it. Christians are murdered at a staggering rate compared to other religions in Nigeria. The ratio is 5 to 1. Christians are murdered to every one of another, 5 to 1. 5 Christians are murdered to every one of another faith. There is no question that this is a genocide, in my view.
Mr. Abati, are you hearing it? The man who wants to be called a doctor. Mr. Abati, are you hearing it? You dey hear am so? Mr. Reuben Abati, you dey hear am so? You are lucky that, I don't have no beef with you. That's why I'm being calm with you. I would have insulted you now heavily, but I won't. I'll remain calm with you and civil. You claim to be a doctor and see your own analysis. You are being political in your own analysis. People are giving you the stats here because they keep records. America, they are not stupid and dons like you animals in that zoo called Nigeria. They keep their records. They keep their records, Mr. Rufai, Mr. Reuben. They keep their records. They keep their records. They know what is happening. Guy, don't make me insult you, please. Don't make me insult you. Let's continue, I beg.
To every one of another faith. There is no question that this is a genocide, in my view. Additionally, more than 5 million Christians have been displaced from their homes since 2009. More than 19,000 churches have been attacked or destroyed.
Listen, Abati.
Entire villages have been wiped off the map in Plateau and Benue states. Children are kidnapped, women are raped and forced into slavery. Pastors burned alive in their churches.
Yes.
And while radical groups like Boko Haram, Islamic State, West Africa, and Fulani herdsmen do killing, the Nigerian government often allows these crimes to go unpunished through indifference, corruption, or active hostility.
They called it criminals. They didn't even call them these names we're calling them, sir. The Minister of Information of Nigeria went to America and said, oh, those criminals. But thank you for spelling their names out. Boko Haram, ISWAP, and the Fulani killer headsmen. Those who were brought into Nigeria to Islamize Nigeria. What you see happening in Nigeria today is as the cause of the Fulani killer headsmen. But if you leave it to the Nigerian media, they say, oh no, it is Christians and Muslims fighting. But you said Christians and Muslims, they are fighting. Do you know the meaning of that? It means there'll be casualties on both sides. Christians buying the Muslims, Muslims buying the Christians. Is that what you're seeing in Nigeria? No. The mind is one-sided. Man, guy, you form my hand. If nobody say, I just, I like your crew. I like your crew there. That's why I'm just being calm. I like your group there. You, Rofayo Seni, Ojiokpe, Ayo, Mumbai. I love the way you people roll. That's why I'm being careful. But if you're working for TVC or those people, I would have gone hardcore on you. But you are lucky, say, I'll be careful in this one. But please, let's continue. Listen. Take it back and listen.
There are churches. And while radical groups like Boko Haram, Islamic State, West Africa, and Fulani herdsmen do killing, the Nigerian government often allows these crimes to go unpunished through indifference, corruption, or active hostility.
They are doing peace deal with them as we speak. A peace deal with them. Peace treaty. Where they come, they discuss with their weaponry. And at the end, Nigerian government has now agreed to come with a new policy known as the cheese approach policy. The cheese approach policy. Where every month they pay them, they fund them, and they feed them. PFF. Payment every month, funding every month, and feeding every day. They pay the terrorists every month. They fund them every day. And they feed them and their men every day. They call it the cheese policy. I tagged it, the cheese approach policy. This is happening in Nigeria. They are going into peace treaties with terrorists in Nigeria. And in most cases, within a week or two, they break those so-called agreements. There's a breach always in those agreements. But the Nigerian media, they are scared to speak this way. Nigerian media, Mr. REUBEN ABATI will not say these things. Instead, he's saying Christians and Muslims are fighting. Sweet Jesus, have mercy, Lord. Lord, please. Please. In my next word, never you allow me to be an African. Please, I beg of you. Because not all of them, but some of them, they are less than humans. They are animals. They are less than humans. Look at the reasoning of somebody that prides himself as a doctor, who wants to be called a doctor in a program. On a TV show, he wants to be called a doctor. A journalist wants to be called a doctor, and see the way he's reasoning. Lord have mercy, my God, have mercy. Let's wrap this one up, please. Wrap it up.
Just this month, a reverend in the Plateau State warned that the Nigerian government of an impending attack by Fulani terrorists.
Yes.
Not only did the Nigerian government not take the warning seriously, they had the audacity to call it fake news.
Yes.
And put out a press release.
Yes.
Attacking the pastor for stoking division.
Yes.
The next day, more than a dozen Christians were slaughtered.
I can verify this, sir. It happened. Every news media in Nigeria, they carried it out. This happened live in Nigeria. In a bid to cover the genocide, they said the pastor was a drunk. He's a rumor monger. He was insulted by the government of Nigeria as being a rumor monger. And in less than 24 hours, oh God, have mercy, Lord. Sweet Jesus. May their soul rest in peace. May their soul rest in peace, Lord. The pain is too much. I say, may their soul rest in peace. May the soul of the martyred rest in peace. This happens every day in Nigeria. The government, they hide it. The media, they are scared to speak about it. But we are glad that God has touched America, God's own country. Because we have gone to ICC. We have gone to AU, nothing happened there. Even the UN, we've gone to cry about the genocide of the Christians. They did nothing about it. The only people acting is America under President Donald Trump. Under President Donald Trump. To God be the glory. To God be the glory. Thank you, Trump. Thank you, Trump. Thank you. May God bless and reward you. May God give you more life, health, prosperity, high sense and foresight. Thank you. Please hurry to the aid of the Christians. The Biafrans, we are Christians. We are all Christians. That's why they hate us with a passion. Our own case is a special case. When they come to kill us, the media says nothing about it. Every other tribe are happy about the death of the Biafrans in Nigeria. They love it. They pop their champagne. It's a breaking news. They are happy about it. Our own case is peculiar. When it happens to us, nobody reports it. The media are happy when it happens to the Biafrans. The only reason why you're hearing about it now is that the caliphate, they have moved towards the Middle Belt, Plateau and Jos. You know, the outskirts of Biafra. So the media, you know, because they have some relatives there, so they are speaking now. But when it was happening in Biafra land, it is a jamboree. They are happy with their government when their government come to kill the Christians in Biafra land. Our own case is peculiar. Peculiar case. Because every other tribe, they love it. The same way the Germans were happy with Hitler when he was killing the Jews in Germany. That's what the Biafrans are going through in Nigeria. It's a feel-good factor seeing the genocide happening to the Biafran Christians. Our own case is special. Nobody speaks for us. There is nothing on the tabloid, nothing on the radio, nothing. And when we speak about it, they say it's fake news. In fact, they blame us. They call us the terrorists. They proscribed 80 million Biafrans as terrorists. Nigerian government did that. So we are glad that God's own country, America, for the first time, has chosen to rise up and do what is right. Let's wrap it up.
Exactly as the pastor warned would happen.
Listen again.
The next day, more than a dozen Christians were slaughtered. Exactly as the pastor warned would happen. In early September, Boko Haram militants killed more than 60 people in a village in Nigeria in northeast Borno State. The terrorists stormed the village overnight, torching homes and buses while massacring residents. The United Nations called these attacks intercommunal violence. But let's call it what it is.
Thank you.
Organized religious cleansing, by another word also known as genocide. The Nigerian government at both the state and federal level is hostile to Christians. Christian orphanages have been shut down. One man was sentenced to 24 years in prison for insulting the Prophet Muhammad. Some face the death penalty under Nigerian anti-blasphemy laws. Sometimes the mere accusation of blasphemy results in extrajudicial killings that the government turns a blind eye to. We cannot in good conscience allow this to continue. We have a duty to act, to defend our brothers and sisters in Christ. And we're here today because we know policy matters. During President Trump's first term, the State Department rightly moved to protect the faithful, designating Nigeria as a country of particular concern, which unlocks diplomatic levers, including the ability to withhold security assistance. The Biden administration reversed that decision with some in President Biden's administration arguing that these killings had more to do with climate change than religion.
ABATI.
That's why on October 6th, I wrote a letter to Secretary Marco Rubio urging him to designate Nigeria as a country of particular concern.
Thank you, sir.
Also on July 17th, I introduced House Resolution 594, which condemns the persecution of Christians in Muslim majority countries like Nigeria and calls on U.S. leadership to use all tools at our disposal, economic, diplomatic, and security, to defend our persecuted brothers and sisters. In other Muslim majority nations across the globe, persecution is brutal and systemic. In Iraq, our failed military intervention in the region.
Let's hold it there, sir. God bless you so much. I appreciate your efforts. Fellow Biafrans, listeners all across the world, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. At this point, I want to dare Mr. REUBEN ABATI to come and go into any of this point this man raised up and say they are false. Come and challenge this key point of this gentleman in your program tomorrow and tell me they are false. You see, when it comes to life and death, when it comes to genocide, don't do politics with it. When it comes to the Christians, the children of God, do not do politics with it. If not, you'll be dealt with by God himself. Be careful. Don't do politics with people who are there to serve God and in the process being killed. To Rafael Yoseni, I say kudos to you, my guy. Sembe, Sembe, Sembe. I cut cap for you. You have spoken well. Fellow Biafrans, I'll leave it here. Grand opening, grand closing. I rest my case. For those that have ears, let them hear. For those that have ears, let them hear. No more talk.
Yeah. Check me out. Superstars Media. Lord Logan, Bloomington, Lord Logan, and it's wild Flora show. 1914 amalgamation is what we dying for. 3 nations to 1 nation, ever since annihilation. Nepotism is nonsense. You and you, clap your hands. Biafra gonna come, clap your hands. Biafra, Oduduwa, we're free now. Freedom is gonna come, we're free now. Yeah.